What a bloody day. He's going. Sweet as, brother. Sweet as. Trevor, how you going, mate? Angelique, how you going? I'm good, bro. I'm fucking really, really tired. Done a lot of walking today. Actually, really took it out of me, if I'm honest. It's actually a pretty good little lens, that one. I knew I was going to be doing a lot of walking today. Let's be honest, but never in a million years did I think I was going to be covering that much ground today. Thank you, bro. I'm actually really happy with it. So I didn't even get a chance to use it today. I just had my GoPro going pretty much the whole time I was filming. So, but I grabbed this. That's why I actually came back to grab this. And I was actually going to talk to some people at their invasion day, and yeah, I didn't grab it. And so, yeah, the sound's funny, especially when you're outside and there's windy and stuff like that. And because I didn't have I do have a microphone, but yeah. Thank you, Craig, and yeah, thank you, Gunny. You're an absolute legend, mate, and thank you to all you moderators. I know the vertical lives are hard on everyone, and yeah, it's a bit harder when we're in our 40s. Well, this is true. What was actually the best thing about today is I seen so many viewers today. It was crazy. Um, it was so crazy, actually. So, the old lady down on the corner of Flinders Street and Swanson Street, she was bloody cute as. She walked up to me. She's like, "G'day, mate," and like me, obviously, always a gentleman. I'm like, "G'day, how you going?" And she's like, "I watch your show," and I was like, "Oh wow." Yeah, good on her. Mm. And Bushranger as well. Running into Bushranger, that was so crazy. Yeah, she was a cool old lady. I'm really shattered that I didn't get that. The cop that walked up to me. It literally happened about 2 minutes after my camera died. As soon as I noticed that my camera had died, like I just V-lined straight because I knew what it was. I knew, oh fuck, I forgot to put data on my phone. So I V-lined straight for the hotel, knowing it was a fair distance away. But because I knew if I didn't have data, I wasn't going to be able to transfer money into my account. Blah blah blah. Anyway, it was a nightmare trying to get data, not having data. Um, yeah, and then when I was on my way back, like I just walked past him. He's like, "Hey, Leif," and I was like, I knew it was a cop that said it, and I was like, I just as I said, where do I know you from? He goes, don't worry, I haven't arrested you. He goes, we actually went to school together. I was like, no way, which school? And yeah, it was pretty crazy. That was cool. I'm shattered I didn't have that on camera. That was a momentous moment for me. Oh, thank you, Aussie Bush Rangers. You're an absolute legend, bro. Hey, my friend Jen. Okay. You know what? I don't usually do that either. I was like, well done. Well done. I should have read the name and fucking Jerry. It's been a big day. It's been a big couple of days. They're not finished yet either. Um, you know what else was cool though? Running into my mate Greenie. I've done a lot of jail time with Greenie. So Greenie actually, when I first met Greenie, right, we were in Scarborough South, and it was when there was a war going on between the Islanders and the Aussies, and we were both in Scarborough South, and we were one of like 5 or 6 Aussies that were in that unit, and he came in there, and he was young as at the time. He would have been about, I don't know, maybe 19, 18, 19, and he was like, "Fuck, bro." He's like, "It's hectic." He goes, "We haven't really got any numbers here." I go, "Bro, you got nothing to worry about here, mate." And yeah, Greenie, he's a good guy, Greenie. But yeah, I ended up doing many years with Greenie over the years. That's why I couldn't believe it. I was like Cameroon, and I looked up. I was like, "Wow, that looks like my mate Greenie." Yeah, I'm glad that that was on camera too. You know what was funny about that? So now YouTube does these things when you go on live, right? And they save their own highlights, and it's up to you whether or not you want to. They save like 60-second highlights of the live. Um, so yeah, there was that one. And then what about this though? So you know when me and bushrangers were walking to the what's the name gardens to the treaty camp. Um, where's my fucking hat? So, oi, bushrangers, bro, you'll never believe it. So I looked at it. So when we met your friends, bushrangers, and we shook their hands and stuff. So YouTube saved that as a highlight, right? You don't get to pick the highlights. YouTube does it themselves, and so it's saved. You will never believe it. Remember when I was out the front of Flinders Street Station, and that guy just started yelling at me, and because I said, "Good on you, mate," and he like just started yelling at me, and he's like, "Stop following me. You're a homophobe." And he's like, "You were here 2 months ago doing the same thing." I wasn't. So no shit. So when me and Bushrangers shook the hand and I had my camera on, that exact guy, that exact guy walked straight past us. Like you see him, I'm not paying any attention to him, and you see him, he looks straight at me and keeps walking. Like I was like, I didn't even notice him, but he walked straight past me and Bushrangers. I was like, I can't believe I didn't even notice that. Didn't notice a lot of things today. Look, I guess too. You know what I mean? It's all a learning curve too. This going live when I'm not at home is a new thing for me. I mean, obviously I'd done it when I was doing my ghost stuff and stuff like that, my ghost hunts, but obviously that was different. It was just me then, not out in the. Especially like today, there is literally so many people in the city. Oh, they're still there, bro. They're still there. It is still so packed. So packed. It's all right. I was onto that one. Gunslinger from the West. How'd you sleep with your rowdy neighbours? Well, to be fair, so not long after I jumped off live, they were actually I don't think we even realised, but they were quiet by the time that I'd got off live. I just didn't even realise. But yeah, not an issue. Didn't hear a peep. Yeah, I thought I was going to have to crank the white noise. Well, Spanian can do it. It's just another day. But look, but I understand it. Like I get it. I get where it's coming from. But I just don't understand. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand why. Like I feel like there should have been two like concerts like that, you know. And then after seeing that, I was like, do you know what I mean? How come that couldn't happen twice? Thank you, legends. Thank you, Red. Straight back at you, legend. Do you ever see prison guards you hated in public? Not very often. I mean, it's happened a couple of times. It actually happened out of all places in the world. It happened all the way up in Harvey Bay. I was at Harvey Bay. I've got family in Harvey Bay. And my niece rings me up one day and she's like, "Oi, uncle, come down the street. I've got someone who wants to meet you." And I was like, "I don't want to meet any of your little friends." And she's like, no. She's like, "You know this person?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And she's like, no, you know this person from jail. And I was like, "Oh yeah." So like, I went down there and it was a screw. It was a screw, and he actually owns a fish and chip shop there now. And I was like, I said to her after I like went in there, I was like, "Oh yeah, g'day." I was like, "Oh fuck, bullshit." I go, "Hey, how you going? How funny is it that we're meeting like this?" And I don't know. Every time it happens, though, I feel like going. You know what I mean? Like I feel like going. Oh, now you're in my world. But yeah. When we walked away, though, I remember saying to my niece, "How did it come about that you were talking about me, that guy was a screw and blah, blah, blah." I was like, "How?" Anyway, small world. Small world. I'll tell you what, though. I bloody burnt some fucking kilojoules today. For sure. Rhonda, what's going on, legend? Tiger Balm. Damn, I have not seen Tiger Balm since I was a kid. And to be fair, I think the last time I seen Tiger Balm was when my mate was rubbing it in my eye. And that's like, yeah, in all fairness, it's because the weekend before I snuck up behind him and had deep heat on my finger and like fish hooked him in the eye with the deep heat. And yeah, the next weekend we were at his place, and yeah, we were all having a drink and like me not paying any attention, and then yeah, he walked up behind me but with the biggest whoosh and got me right in the fucking eyeball. What's going on, legends? Mikey, Havoc, what's going on, mate? Melinda, mates and pranks. Oh, 100%. One of my neighbours passed a couple of days ago. Mental health. Oh, that's sad. Do you know what? That actually breaks my heart. if I'm completely honest. I don't know what's going on here. Bad headache. Nah, I don't eat cereal, bro. Yeah. Oi, Binksy, a bloody legend. Hey, wait, Binksy. Wait. Mr. Binks, are you one of the people who have not received a t-shirt yet? Because I cannot for the life of me, but I'm pretty sure that you are one of them. I figured out yesterday or the day before. Yes. Oh, that's good. All right, awesome. I'll do that when I get home. Um, so yeah, they're there. I can send them now. Anyway. But yeah, my bad. But look, listen, anyone, if that ever happens again, like, yeah, if you can't get in contact with me, there's plenty of people on the Discord that will be able to pass a message on. But yeah, having a good day. It's hot. I actually had to turn the aircon off though. Freaking freezing in here before. Nearly gave myself frostbite. Because I'm an old fucker. Damn. All right. Was that my old email or the new email? Yeah. That's. Look, listen. That's my bad. 100%. Unacceptable. I apologise. It's pretty damn horrible here too. It's going to be worse tomorrow. Yeah, no worries. I'll get it sorted for you. Don't worry. I know that you're one of them now, so I'll get that sorted. There is someone else as well. Nah, no problem. No worries. I actually, so I really do apologise for that. It's actually unacceptable. Um, I will get that sorted out for you, legend. But yeah, like Gunny just said, I promise you. So Gunhead has made the Discord very, very, very simple to use, right? So I will put my hand up and say that I am the least technologically fucking savvy person that is out there. And I am somewhat, yeah, it's a somewhat technology illiterate, but I can use the Discord server like I understand it very well, and as a matter of fact, it's probably one of the best set out Discord servers that I've seen, and I've seen a few now. But yeah, it's very easy to use. Thank you. This is the prize email. Thank you, Angelic. This is the prize email here. There. The Chant of Jimmy Blacksmith. Hey, I'll tell you what, that's a good movie. Biff, is that because you made it? What's that, Melinda? You'll never say that again. Rightio. Not that it matters, but that word that guy said there is like a bad word, you know. It doesn't mean anything like snitch or anything like that. It just means like a mort is like, in the prison crime world, a mort is like, you call someone a mort who you believe is, you call someone a mort who you believe is lower than you. You know what I mean? Not that I do it, but that's why people do it. A mort is like, you know how you call someone a blonk or a, you know, one of those funny names. True. Well, there is a few. Hey, Nessie, you bloody legend. There is a few ways that we can. There is a few ways that we can play like certain games on here. Yeah, and like I said, now that I am getting a little bit technologically better, my English is good too. What's good, Nessie? Mad Dog Morgan, another good film. I love that film. I'll never forget it. And it's only because every time someone mentions it, I say the same thing. See what I got today in case of emergency? In case we had a COVID outbreak. This was me out there. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So Bushrangers said, because I had my other hat on, I had this one on. I've never bought so many bucket hats in my life. Hey, that lady at the joint where I bought the hat from was really cool. She gave me heaps of free shit. Look at that. She gave me a pin. What else? She gave me that sticker. Yeah, I'm all love. That's me. That sticker. Key ring. Oh, you had a Super Duper earlier? Hey, actually, I'd go a Super Duper now. And so I think she thought that she was giving me 2 of these because she said, here's a couple of things for your Crocs. But this one's for your Crocs, but this one's actually a metal badge. And this one's not. That's the Discord there, Binksy. Hey, that was pretty cool of her, eh? Giving me all that stuff for free. Good on her. Oh, no. I do have 2 of them and 1 of them. So I think she did mean to give me that. Oh, yeah. And that tote bag. She gave me that tote bag as well. Okay. Shout out to all my Koori brethren out there. Got a lot of Koori brothers, actually. So growing up as a child, my 2 best friends were Aboriginal. Um, yeah, I've got much love for our first Australians. And I say this all the time, I have 2 children that are of Aboriginal descent. Yeah, well, it was actually a really good vibe down there too. It was two totally different vibes, that's for sure. It was just, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Um, it's good. It's good to see. But it's there's a very 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 fine line in the sand there where people go from being patriotic to being racist, and like there's a very fine line there in the sand, and like I noticed it standing there. You guys would have heard it. Obviously it's 2026. I couldn't even bring reference to it, but I was deliberately getting us, when there was those people having that conversation just before the guys started talking with the megaphone. So there was a bit of a debate going on there, and I thought, that would be good. But yeah, some people have some crazy ways of thinking. But yeah, I'm all for being patriotic and being a proud Australian. I am a very proud Australian. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible that in 2026 you get made to feel some kind of sort of way because of being patriotic or being proud to be an Australian. Do you know what I mean? Now, I'll be honest too. I'm not like a lot of the stuff that you see on TV and a lot of things that you see makes me not proud. Do you know what I mean? But at the core of it, I am proud to be an Australian, yeah? And I think that, like, the truth is, like, I should be able to say that I'm proud to be an Australian without being called a racist because I don't understand it. All of them people that are calling me a racist for saying that I'm proud to be an Australian are free to, talk religion and this and that, and like have, like I'm not putting my ideologies onto them. I'm not going up to people and saying like, oh well, let's use an example. That guy that walked up to me when we were at the steps and he shook my hand, yeah, and he said, "Hey brother, how you going?" The fucking big guy with tattoos and he had fucking looked like a bikie. And he goes, "Look at this." And I don't know if you guys noticed, but like his shirt was ripped and his fucking and he said that they came up to him. They came up to him and tried to fucking rip his fucking flag off him. See, I don't like that shit. How can you walk up to somebody? How can you walk up to somebody and rip their country's flag off them? Mind you, the country that you are in, and call them a racist for wearing a flag. What the fuck is going on in our fucking world? Let's be honest. I'll tell you what. Fucking crazy. Yeah, I think so too, and I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible that we can't sit here and say I'm proud to be an Australian without being called a racist. I have not one racist ideology. I don't fucking buy into. I do not subscribe to that bullshit. Yeah. But yeah, I guess it's a funny world. It's a funny world that we live in, unfortunately. The crowd at Treasury proved it's not about division. I agree, bro. I agree. You were there, bro. Like, to me, and I don't want to. I'm not saying there was. All I'm saying is that now that I seen it, that went into Camp Sovereignty and checked it out, right? Um, I was like, oh, why? That's what should have happened on both sides of the hat. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what should have happened. Do you know what the police did though? Do you know what the police did? So at the last minute, the police diverted the whole walk. So they were actually supposed to be crossing paths. I think it was at either Burke Street or Latrobe Street, maybe Lonsdale Street, something like that. Yeah, I know all them streets, but yeah. So that's apparently where the crowds were supposed to meet from both rallies, and so at the last minute, the cops made an executive decision and detoured both rallies. So they actually, the way that they did it was pretty smart. Now that I think of it, they actually made them go right around each other, and they kind of like, overlapped each other. So why one was down here, one was up here, and it kind of put everyone around each other, which was good because that was the last thing, I think I think after the last rally that we had of similar, like cops were getting rocked and poled, and I think a little bit of me thought that was going to happen today, and I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad it didn't because, yeah. Tell you what, it didn't take long to warm up in here. I'm glad I walked so much today though. I've never eaten so much fucking takeaway in my life. Wouldn't know, mate. Wouldn't know. Can't even tell you the last time I went to any skate park. Did you have KFC? So, no, I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. I wanted to. No, I'm not. I'm not a Muslim. Oh, fuck. When they're out in form, they're out in form. Apparently, it's about to kick off again in the city. Biff. A group is heading towards Camp Sovereignty right now, apparently. Oh, really? Yeah, nah, you're not my type, bro. I've already got a boyfriend and a side piece, so yeah, can't do it, mate. Yeah, and plus I'm not good at skiing either, so yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, nice. Good times. Great music. Better people. We'll be here Tuesday. Try the shrimp. Are you still going, Biff? You're an animal, bro. Respect, man. Look, yeah, douche. Cranny represent. Yeah, Cranny represent. Already seen someone from Cranny today, actually. The copper. Gingers unite. That's it. We're like remember Captain Planet? We're like that. It's like really red, orange, sandy blonde. Drew, you spent much time in Dovey, Biff? Little bit, brother. Little bit. When I was younger, yeah, a little bit. Even we used to go to the Prince Mark a little bit. Yeah, we used to go there because like it's a rowdy as fuck pub, and our fucking group was always rowdy. So, yeah, we go drink at the Prince Mark a little bit. But yeah, really like respectfully, I mean this respectfully, but there wasn't really much when I was growing up. Even probably now, I don't know, but there wasn't really much to do in Doveton, you know. We used to go to the Doveton pools when I was a teenager. We used to go to the Doveton pools nearly every single weekend. So we used to switch. So we'd either go to the Doveton pools or we'd go catch the train a couple more stops up and go to the Noble Park pools. That was the best because I had the skate park at the pool as well. Good times, actually. In around what time was that, Biff? I was there in the early 2000s. I mean, yeah, it would have been around that time, I think. Yeah, definitely would have been around that time. Dovey pools were the best. As a matter of fact, that's where we used to do our school sports. So it didn't even matter. You probably done your school sports with me. If you're from that area and you're my age, every school in the area that done school sports used to do the swimming sports at the Doveton pools. Yeah, I can remember right because Brendan Favola. So my cousin lives in Narre Warren, right? And so growing up, Brendan Favola used to live two doors up. So we used to see Brendan Favola every single Christmas, like as a very young kid, all the way to an adult. And I used to see Brendan Favola there because he used to be at Berwick. He used to be at a private school in Berwick. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, not a private school, but it was not like my school anyway. And yeah, I used to see him there every year at swimming sports as well. The Prince Mark was the radical pub. When they said it was turning into a pokies venue, they had death threats and bomb threats. This was not 1980s. Yeah, I remember. So I can remember. I can remember going there with some people that Tex knows as well, and crazy times, mate. Crazy times. You always knew. You always knew. It was good there though because like this is why we liked the Prince Mark because we could like be there and we were rowdy, we were very boisterous, all of us, you know. So, and that's why we used to like going there. And plus, it was just up the road, and it was literally one road to get a taxi all the way to our place. So, you know, you just get on and then get off on the South Kippy Highway. I'm in New South Wales, and Brendan Favola made the news here for his Mad Monday costume. Oh, so they actually, if you're talking about the one that happened way back, they actually got in big trouble for that. I'm a Carlton supporter, yeah. Were you mates with Matty J or ever see him around? Nah, like not outside and that. When I was younger, because he's quite older than me. He's got a few years on me. And obviously, when you're younger, those years when you're older, there's not, you know what I mean? But when you're like 18 and someone's like 5 or 6 years older, and it's a big age gap, you know? Um, but yeah, I used to see him around in jail, but yeah, never really had nothing to do with him, to be honest. Yeah, I do remember that. I'm banned from most pub in the west. The good times. Yeah, look, I've been right through that too. I'm life banned from every Star casino, every Crown casino, um, like life ban. And you know what the worst thing was? Like literally, one of them bans came from last year, and I wasn't even doing anything. So I went to, some of you guys will remember this. I went to Sydney to have a family reunion. And so me, my brother, my mum, and my sister went to the casino. And like, we're a family, right? So me and my brother look rough, but like my mum and my sister don't. And so my mum and my sister are over there, and me and my brother are sitting here. And then next thing you know, we're like surrounded by security. And I'm like, I look at my brother, I'm like, I go, how's it going? I'm like, what's going on, fellas? And they're like, yeah, listen, mate, we're going to have to ask you to leave. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, no, we're going to have to ask you to leave, mate. And I was like, yeah, but why? What did I do? And they're like, oh, you're under investigation. And I was like, I'm under investigation? I go, for what? I go, I just got here and sat down. What am I under investigation for? They said, do you mind telling me what those tattoos mean on your face? And I was like, well, I kind of do mind telling you what those tattoos mean on my face, but I will tell you what I mean, and it's not, they don't mean what you think they mean. And literally sat there, and he's got his like camera on and everything, and he's asking me what all my tattoos mean and blah blah blah. And I was like, all right, yeah, I get it now. I was like, obviously, I'm on some kind of a register, and you don't want me to be in your casino because I used to be a bikie. Is that what it is? Why don't you just come out and tell me that that's what it is? Because I used to be a club member, I'm not allowed in your casino. You know. And it actually, so the reason I got a life ban was the guy was like very hands on, and so yeah, I was like, brother, I go, I'm being nice here, yeah. I go, I haven't done anything wrong here. As far as I'm concerned, I was sitting on the pokie machine with my brother. We weren't being loud. We're not drinking. We're not doing anything wrong. I said, so don't treat me like you know what I mean? Like I've ruined your day. I didn't do anything wrong here, because he was like grabbing me and pushing me from behind. And I was like, brother, I go, I swear, I go, your size does not fucking scare me, mate. I promise you. You do not scare me. Don't fucking put your hands on me. I go, I'm giving you a warning. I go, the next time you put your fucking hands on me, I swear you will regret it, mate. I promise you. Um, and yeah, of course, he had to test the boundaries, and well, I told him, do you know what I mean? And I was well within my rights, do you know what I mean? And yeah, I think that's the last time he'll put his hands on people, to be honest. He nearly got every one of his fingers broken at one time. And in return, I got a life ban from every Star casino in Australia. But here's the thing, right? I told the guy, yeah, and I hadn't done anything wrong. And literally, like, people are watching this. My mum is like watching, she's freaking out. We're literally getting escorted out, and we did nothing wrong. We are absolutely being gentlemen about it too. And I was like, yeah, it just got to a point where I was like, and we were actually heading down an escalator too. That's why I was like, bro, don't fucking do it again. And I really felt like they were trying to fucking get me to fall down the escalator. But yeah, that was it. I was like, Righto, now it's just me and you on this fucking escalator. No one can get in between us. It's just me and you, mate. And yeah. Thank you, Cookie, for teaching me those fucking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu moves. They come in handy. Oi, Flower Lips, how you going, everyone that I've missed? Do clubs turn against people when they leave? Yep. Short story. Short answer. Yep. Not everyone, but generally. Our crew was done over at Crown one starry night. Yeah, true. You can't park there. Yeah. I know what my rights are. You can only, yeah, so you can't use that kind of force against me if I'm not putting up a struggle, if I'm not being violent, or if I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm literally walking away. See you later. Oh, that's good. That's good, Flower. And everything's gone well otherwise. That's really good, bro. How are you going? How are you dealing with it? Where am I from? Australia. Victoria, Australia. See, the guy won a lawsuit against Bowen Conditions. Oh, so he won actually, huh? Yeah, look. Home of the mighty MCG. Yeah, I figured that's what it was. Biff, it's awful quiet in the background. I know, isn't it? Eerie. It's weird. It's weird when I can't play my music. I can't put any music on up there either. Or don't ban that comment there. That's like someone having a jail joke with me. Oh yeah, I could definitely do that. I could definitely do a food review. You know what? I actually seen this place yesterday. It was like a Korean barbecue place. You could smell it from so far away. Which one was the jail joke? The um oh, no one. It was the one by Aaron Cullen. No one took it away anyway. Hey, what about that? We got 86 people in here. If you legends are loving the chat, it's a bit dull today, isn't it? But I'm absolutely pooped. If you could smash me a like, that'd be absolutely appreciated. A succulent Chinese meal. Far from dull. I mean, look, we can't. We don't have music, and yeah, I'm a little bit bloody pooped. Did you ever play footy? I sure did. Benalla All Blacks back to back Premier right here, mate. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, and so this is what we can expect in the future. Like I'm going to be getting out there a bit more, and yeah, it's just been a full on couple of months. And like I honestly thought that I was going to be getting out there a couple of weeks ago, and then the fires came, and they're still hanging around. Yeah. Well, I'm actually probably going to go out later, even though I've been told I probably should do it tomorrow. I want to go out later and get, because it's going to be really hot tomorrow, right? So I'm just trying to figure out how I can do it. I think I'll be able to fit about 20, 25 bottles of water in my bag. And I'm going to go around and give some bottles of water. I'm going to get a electric scooter. I'm going to hire an electric scooter. And I'm going to go around to the, like, I know where all the homeless people chill out at night time. And I'm going to go around and give some of the homeless people some drinks of water because tomorrow's going to be hot as, and yeah, I feel for people in that scenario, especially because like a lot of people in that scenario don't look after themselves a lot, and yeah, water would be good. Wait. Oh, thank you, Angelic. No, look, I won't do anything. I won't overdo it, but I'm going to do it because it needs to be done. Take a water pistol. Wait, so did someone just say? Did someone just say that Ice got an Aussie? Was that true? And I'm not talking about the drug because let's face it, it's probably got about 50% of them. Have you had more than Coke from Macca's? Yeah, I've got 2 bottles of water here. Oh, okay. There you go. I'll tell you what though, they're really fucking pushing their limits over there, aren't they? But I don't understand it, right? Because I don't buy into that bullshit. I don't subscribe to it. I don't subscribe to bullshit. But can someone please, in a roundabout way, in layman's terms, explain to me exactly what ICE is? Obviously, I know it's a government agency, but I just don't get. I don't get what ICE is. I don't get what ICE was created for. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Been watching it since it kicked off again. There was an Australian shot. Oi, bush rangers, what does your mate say? What's going on down at Sovereignty? What's going on down at Camp Sovereignty? I shot an American male nurse. Oh yeah. ICE is the federal agency for immigration law enforcement in simple terms. Yep, that's all I needed to know, because I didn't understand, but I know what they do, but I didn't understand what they were created for. I was like, what were you guys even formed? What made you guys come about? Oh yeah, sweet. Let us know, bro. Let me know. Just gonna grab a drink, guys. Don't worry, guys. I'm not drinking alcohol. Yeah, I might do that, Mumsy, actually. I mean, that's your opinion, bro. Do you know what I mean? Hmm. Give us a hotel tour. No, look, I would, but I'm pretty funny with stuff like that. A lifetime of bad decisions. I mean, what the F is. So, what the fuck is 501? So, 501s are deportees. So anyone who is deported back to their country from Australia are 501 deportees. But I'll tell you something. Here's the absolute truth, right? So when I've got lots of friends that got sent back to their country from prison, yeah, for multiple different reasons. And I'll be honest, like some of them deserve to get sent back to their fucking countries. But here's the truth. A lot of them people got sent back to their countries and didn't deserve to get sent back to their countries, you know? Anyway, I'm moving on. We're not talking about that shit. That is the end of that discussion. Moving on. How many holes in a crumpet? Yep. So I knew David personally. Me and David have done plenty of time together. Where's Desi? I don't know. That's the $1 million question, isn't it? Literally. I just got a pen pal in a woman's prison. Her inmate number is 5150304. I don't know. That's not one of. I don't know. I don't think that's not one of our state CRNs. Good times. If it's kicking off at Camp Sovereignty, I'm going down there to have a look for sure. I don't know, Solo. I do not know. I am. They had a special at the shop. Yeah, take no prisoners. If they're being pains in the ass, just get rid of them. What is Camp Sovereignty? It's just where they call. That's where they call where. So Camp Sovereignty is where the Aboriginals all hang out and do their thing. Mumsy said to get a slab of water. Biff comes out with the monster. Well, you know what I mean? I've got water here. Do they watch footy in jail? Oh, yeah. Yeah, people are very, very passionate about their football in prison. 100%. Yeah, people love the footy in prison. And it's massive. People gamble, like people do footy tipping. And yeah, it doesn't matter what unit you're in. in what prison you're in, I guarantee you there is footy tipping going on. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't subscribe to that bullshit. I don't know. I can't give you that answer. I don't want to be a part of it. I want. That was a weird scream. What about that bloke who started his own country in Australia in the desert? There's been a few people. There's been actually over the like I know of a few people that have done that. Oi, Marcus, you bloody legend. How'd you pull up today with the heat, mate? Feeling all right? Heat smashed me. Yeah, look, I'm buggered, but must power on. I'm very much of the mindset that I don't. I have control of my condition. My condition doesn't have control of me. And so, the truth is, like, um, well, I don't know. I think it's better if I do a lot of work walking. I think it helps me. You know. Yeah. So who knows? I don't know. I don't know why they do it. Swimming's good too. True. I'm not a very like I can swim, but I'm not a very strong swimmer. Um, like I can swim, you know, but I wouldn't. I don't know. I'd probably float now, to be honest. I am. I am. I'm a back and forth vapor. I quit and then yeah, pick it up. Yeah. Oh well, look, you can't win them all, mate. You can't win them all. Yeah, you probably probably when you put it like that forever, you're probably right. Yeah, I know, I know. Oh, that's how we all learned to swim too. But like, I can swim, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could do swimming for health. I don't know. I am a first time vapor myself. I vape uh, for the anxiety. Does it help? We were pushed in. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what all parents used to do. I think. Bish, swim. Yeah. Hey, bushrangers. What's What's going up at Camp Sovereignty? Oi, Hammer, you bloody legend. What's going on? Oi, oi, Luke. Oh, fuck. I can't remember his last name now, but it was Russell. So I don't know if you'll. So I've said it a couple of times now, but because you went to the same school as me, I'm saying it to you. Um, so today I was like right on the corner of Flinders Street and Swanson Street, and I was walking back like up Swanson Street, and I hear, "Hey, Leif," and I just walked past like 15 cops standing there, right? And yeah. Anyway, long story short, because everyone's already heard this story 2 or 3 times today. It was a copper, and he's like, he's. I looked at him. I'm like, at the same time, I said, "Where do I know you from?" He's like, "Don't worry, I haven't arrested you." He goes, "We actually went to school together." I was like, "Damn, what's your name, bro?" Good times. True. Well, never say never. That's what they say. I'll tell you this though. I'll tell you what. Because in my backpack, right, I've got my GoPro box, which has got like all my GoPro stuff in it. Um, Even just one of the handles is so heavy. So this camera that comes, this tripod that comes with the GoPro, it's one of those automatic tripods. That's pretty heavy. Um, and then my drone bag, and then obviously I got the new camera yesterday. Yeah, I was feeling the weight. I was feeling the weight on my back. Yeah, bro, it was, but he's a subscriber. That's what was funny, because he was like, I actually was just watching you, because he was saying I could tell where you were. You know what I mean? He goes, I couldn't see you because of the thing was blocking you. He goes, but I knew you were like somewhere around Flinders Street. It was pretty funny. Hey, that's pretty cool though. That's pretty cool. Um, you know what I mean? At one time they were my enemies, and now they're subscribing. The world is a funny place. The biggest pothead in our grade ended up being a copper. Oi, same. I remember some of the coppers, and if anyone here grew up in regional Victoria, they will know how prevalent marijuana is when you're a youth. I mean, it's pretty much everywhere, but especially in country Victoria, it's pretty full on. I remember a lot of the boys that from our school that ended up coppers used to smoke weed. It's a jungle out there, 100%. Oi, good on you, Kevin. Biff, did you see Rebecca following you in the city? No, I didn't. I didn't. You guys wouldn't have been able to see it though, but ask Bush Rangers how quickly I swung around when he sat beside me and put his arm around me. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I guess, and that's what I had a bit of a laugh about it, because he's like, "What? Well done, you're doing really well for yourself." And I go, it's pretty funny. I go, at one time you guys were chasing me. I go, now you're subscribing to me, and he had a laugh as well. It's pretty funny, but no, it's good. I appreciate it too. Yes. The young dude at the Treasury was stoked to meet you too. Yeah, what a legend. You guys would have heard what he was saying, and I absolutely love hearing that. There's nothing better. And what that kid actually said to me was really cool. He's like, you go, there's a lot of us kids that grew up with their parents in and out of prison, and a lot of us don't know what it's about. And he goes, so me and my mates, we watch you because we don't know what it's about. And I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, the young fella saying that. I mean, he must have been 18. He had like tattoos. His whole ear was like tattooed. Oi, Jugs, you bloody legend. Juggalotes. When you take the patches off, if you're hanging bad, have a gun. Oi, bro, it's still hot. It's still fucking hot now. Tomorrow's going to be crazy, though. It's going to be full hectic, lad. Full hectic and that, lad. I trust your judgment, brother. Tomorrow's judgment should be fucking illegal. I'll tell you what should be fucking illegal. Sending people to work on that day. That should be illegal. I can remember. Oi, how hot was it? Luke, you remember when we were at school, yeah? It was 42, yeah? We used to get sent home. I remember it used to be 37. And then it just started getting hotter and hotter, and they were like, oh, they'll be home every day. And then they changed it to 42. And then once it hit 42, they would send you home. But I don't even think they can do that now. I don't think they're allowed to just send kids home willy-nilly now. I'm pretty sure, anyway. What about the Mustaki? She's getting thick and long as. Oh, true. That's some good advice. Good advice. Yeah. True. Dapper. That's a word you don't hear much of anymore. I remember growing up, and I remember like, you'd see like your mum and dad's mates and that, and you'd hear like, oh, you look dapper, you look dapper. But they're like they're some of the same things we were talking about, some of the old school things that are just lost now. Like they're just lost. Oh, it just yeah. I mean, yeah. Looks like a pirate hat. Arr. Oh, and that's good, Melinda. That's good because that's the truth. You know what I mean? That's the truth. How can an aircon that is not even on make so much noise? Either that or someone's chiseling into my room. Hello? Don't be a what's a it is a norm. It is a norm hat. It's a don't be a Wally with water hat. Mumsy like it's Desi. Like when you turn your car off. Yeah, but like it's been off for over an hour. I can remember those Wally with Waters ad. Norm from Life Be In It. How good was Norm? Norm from Life Be In It. True, it's a Gilligan. It's a Gilligan's Island hat or a what's his name? Chad Morgan. It's a Chad Morgan hat. Oh my god, that's showing my age. Chad Morgan. Mumsy was right on with its Desi. It was Norm, yeah. I remember those ads. Who is? Oh, you don't know who Chad Morgan is? Oh, what? No way. So Morgan was like, he was this singer, like I think he was country singer, I don't know, but he used to have really big teeth. He used to wear a hat like this. He had these really big teeth that used to hang out of his fucking mouth a lot. Like I don't know that if it was today, you would think they were those prank teeth, but like I don't think they had prank teeth back then. And respectfully, like I'm just telling you, yeah, huge, huge. Are you talking about your mum? I wasn't gonna, but I thought, yeah. Oh yeah, Chad Morgan's been dead for a fucking long time. Norman Gunston. Oh my god, Norman Gunston and Ruth Cracknell. What was that called? Son-in-law. Son-in-law. Is that what it was called? Chad Morgan was an Ari. I mean, I didn't know that. I thought that Chad Morgan was like more like a prank singer, but it turns out he wasn't. I guess that's just how I seen it as a kid, I suppose. Love that show. I say, Arthur. Yeah, I feel like I miss that kind of shit too. I miss that there was a time where you sat down at the table with your family, and then your family would move off into the lounge room, and you would sit around and watch a plethora of shows throughout the night, whatever that may be. Usually Neighbours, Home and Away, and then like The Extraordinary and stuff like that. I feel like those things are gone. Yeah. So I just actually said to Binksy Sands, so I'll do them when they get back. So I do have all they are there, so I'll be able to send them straight away. The good old days. Yeah. I think they're like Hey Hey It's Saturday and Wheel of Fortune. 100%. Adriana Executive. That was her name. Do you think that was her real name? Oh yeah. No, no problem. No problem. So you don't have to put your order in. I just need your email address so I can send you the gift card. Yeah. Hey Hey It's Saturday was great for musicians. Bets if a good band was on, I'd be watching it. 100%. A lot of bands played on Hey Hey It's Saturday first. A big one was live. So I believe like live played their first show on Hey Hey It's Saturday. I think. All right, Kevin, no worries. Oh yeah, yep. You were one too, yep. Red Faces was the best. Red Faces was so good. Oh, the Paul Hogan show with Strop. Stuntman Leo Wanker. Oh, and so I actually knew. So one of Paul Hogan's stuntmen. So Tex knows him too. Used to be my old next door neighbor, um, and he was actually in so many scenes with Paul Hogan as well. He was a well known stuntman. I'll take you back further. Countdown was the first live music show. Countdown was good. So when I done my 9 year sentence, I don't know why, but like ABC or SBS, I can't remember. I think it was ABC brought back Countdown. So Countdown would be on at like I don't know 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock at night, and that was pretty cool. I used to love watching that. I'd wait for that to come on. That was pretty cool. This was about, I don't know, it still might be on. I think this was about maybe 2016, 2017. Alive and Cooking. Oh, yeah, Top of the Pops. Top of the Pops. Wait, isn't that where Kylie Minogue started? Old English comedy is the best. Yeah, you're right. I like a lot of them old shows like Faulty Towers and stuff like that. I can't believe that I remember all these names actually. Um, yeah, and then remember, Are You Being Served? Um, what was the show with Frank? Oh, Betty. What was his name? Frank, and the guy was the Phantom of the Opera. Or am I thinking of the wrong person? No, no, no. Pretty sure that guy that was funny was the Phantom of the Opera guy. I remember that as a kid. Frank Spencer. That's it. Some mothers do have him. Yes, yes, yes. Andrew, what's his name? Michael Crawford. Yes, that's it. That guy. Oh, Betty, I had a whoopsie. No updates yet. Oh, that's all good, mate. The more rest I get, the better. That's it. Lowell was Frank Spencer. Had an amazing voice. I remember that show though. I remember, like to be honest, I don't remember like scenes or anything like that. I remember like certain little parts from that show. I think I was pretty young then. I can remember the Betty bit, as I said, when I was trying to think of his name. Oh, really? Oh, damn. Yeah, all of them shows were good, like the EastEnders. I like that. That was pretty good. Um, I, I'm actually quite partial to a UK crime film too. You know, like from Guy Ritchie, the Guy Ritchie style movies like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and stuff like that. The good old days. How good is it? Do you know what? Do you know what? I actually feel like this sad feeling when we talk about it. It actually makes me feel sad that we don't have that anymore. Does anyone else get that? It's crazy. The ferals, yeah. I'm glad that someone said that in the last live because I was watching that new series. I said it, and it played that song from the Ferals, and I couldn't for the life of me all week. I was trying to think of the show, and then the moment I said it in the live, someone brought it up. Yeah, I remember the goodies. Goodies, goody goody gumdrops. Oh, goody goody yum yum. That's right. Yeah. What did I say? Goody goody gumdrops. Radis be Radis. That's it. There's actually, I don't know if you guys are on TikTok. I'm not on there much, but I every now and then drop a TikTok video. But there's a lot of like those AI videos on there, like the Bigfoot ones and stuff like that. But the new one that gets getting around is like Blinky the Bill and Radis, and it's pretty funny. Goody goody gumdrops. I swear that's what it said. I don't know. But then as soon as I seen Angelic say yum yum, I knew that I got it wrong. Remember Mully Grubs? Oi, Marcus, we were talking about that last live. I think that half of them children's show that we watched as children gave us nightmares. Can you remember this other show, right? And it is fucking freaky. I look at it now and I think, any wonder that we had nightmares. It was this like a puppet, but he had no face. He had no face and he would just make and now, like I remember like I don't know, maybe 12 months ago, seeing a short of that, and I was like, that is actually fucking legitimately scary to look at. How did we like that as children? Kenny Everett Video Castle. Oh, is that it? Yeah, that was a freaky little dude. Like not then. As a kid, I used to love that show. I can't remember what it's called. And literally, like they don't do anything scary, but it's actually scary to look at. Like, it's like, oh, you're a freaky looking little fucker. Go away. Have you guys have you guys heard the Teletubby conspiracy? Let's get a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you guys have heard the Teletubby conspiracy, because it will actually freak you out. Because there is believed to be a very large element of truth to that conspiracy theory. A lot of true crime reporters have done stories on how the Teletubbies came about. Oh, I think the no face. That was it. Lift off. That's it. Lift off. That was it. Lift off. That was the Shogunning. You're fucking legend. Oi, that was it. Lift off. Tell? All right. So I don't know the complete logistics of the conspiracy theory, but I'll give you a roundabout enough so you can understand what was going on. So it is believed that the Teletubby story comes from a time where there was a whole bunch of children that were in a what do they call it, where fostered kids go to, like a reformatory or something. Not that. What's it called? You know, kids that have no parents. They used to go to these places. What are they called? Orphanage. Yes, yes, yes. That's exactly the word I was looking for. Orphanage. So they were at an orphanage. And so this was back in the day. So you guys, anyone who's around my age in their 40s will understand that there used to be these TVs that you could get were like this big. And people used to have them in like their car, their boats, stuff like that. In the 80s, it was very big for people to have these kind of things in their like panel van and stuff like that. And so you know how I think it's like Tinky Winky has the TV in its stomach. And so it is believed that because they were in an orphanage and they weren't allowed to watch TV and this and that, and they were all treated pretty badly. And now this is the conspiracy theory. I'm not saying this did happen, but it's believed that there is a big element of truth to this conspiracy theory. So what actually happened? So I'll just say one of them. There's a whole lot of, so every single story has a reason why it got the name. And so the one that's got the, I think it's, oh, you going, Angelic? Oi, Angelic. Gadoosh. Thank you for all your help today, legend. Thank you. And so, yeah, it is believed that one night the children went and stole the TV and they didn't know where to hide it. And like, without making this, so the fucking YouTube demons don't get me for it. Anyway, they put that TV in their own stomach. Anyway, died doing that. Thought that would be a good place to hide it, and died doing that. But there's a story for each and every single one of them. So if you guys haven't seen any of the Teletubbies conspiracy videos, I really, really suggest that you go and have a look at the Teletubbies conspiracy. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And so there's a lot of true crime YouTubers in America that have done stories on this. And this is why I say people believe there's a fair element of truth to this story. I can't neither confirm nor deny, but it's definitely interesting, to say the least. If you didn't know about it and you like conspiracy theories, you would definitely watch that one. Nessie says, I remember I watched something about the makers of Teletubbies. Yeah, it's really, really dark too. Like, it's really crazy. Salutes thrown and car windows broken. Oh, what? So they're just doing like tough guy drive by stuff. The name makes sense. Teletubbies. Hmm. Teletubbies. Oh, yeah. They also made the Night Garden. And I will look into that. Thanks, Biff. Yeah, no worries. Oi, check it out. It's pretty crazy. But there are actually two shows now that I look at now and go, that's actually a little bit scary looking at the Teletubbies now. Just these creepy looking little fucking creatures running over these fucking Windows XP fucking hills. That's how I remember it. Now I've never I just the Windows XP sign or the window. I just remember whatever it was, and I remember they used to have this green hill in the background on the computers at school. The green hill in the background. That's all I remember of computers as a kid, and that's what the Teletubbies looked like they were playing on. Don't want to say, but did you see why that bloke got arrested? I didn't. I didn't. True, but I get it. I get it. Binksy. Yeah, went down that road myself. Do you know about the story about the cartoon Minions? No, do tell. Do tell. Do tell. I used to think though. Yeah, I mean, same. And do you know what I mean? Any of the shows from back then, I definitely. I mean, you just have to say like HR Puff and stuff. They didn't even try and get it out of the name. They were like, let's just put it in the name as well. HR's Puff and stuff. Did you have some good laughs though? Saying 100%. Same with that adventure cartoon. Trying to think of the name. Oh, that's a good show. That adventure show, I think it's called the Adventure Show. Maybe something like that. Or you know what I like? Fuck. See, this is when my memory's bad. It's like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like there's a brick wall in front of the word. Like I know that word, but it's like there's a brick wall in front of it. Adventure Time. That's it. Adventure Time. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is really good. I don't think I've seen that one. Maybe. Oi, that's fucking 100%. Definitely. Definitely. Nah, I didn't. I didn't, bro. I pretty much made sure I went around and checked all my equipment and made sure everything was charged. I done absolutely. I thought I'd done everything, and I just didn't do one thing, which was put the data on my phone. Um, yeah, the regular show. That's it. That's a good one too. The regular show is good too. I think all of them cartoons have like undertones that are meant for adults. I think like all of them cartoons. Thank you, Gunny. No, I'll definitely check it out. Sounds awesome. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, that's right, Turtle Boy. You're right. Scooby Doo. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I've already cancelled it just in case it was. I didn't even look. I didn't even look. If there was a slight chance that it was, yeah, not subscribing. Yeah, that's actually a probably good idea to be honest. Vandal, the old lanyard. They don't make good shit like that. Nah, I remember like Ren and Stimpy was like massive as a child. That was like, but I remember that was when cartoons really started trying to test the limits. I know the Simpsons were kind of the first people that did it, but Ren and Stimpy was like different. Oi, Beavis and Butthead was good too. I am Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. Ding. I wonder, I'm not even going to say it. But usually that person who someone said that was standing beside me before is with two other people. I wonder where they went. Because the young fella that came up to me before came up and he's like, bro, I just met two of my favorite YouTubers today. Fucking awesome. And he was a good kid too, and the other guy was the other one. Rocco's Modern Life was good too. Rocco's Modern Life. Doo-doo-doo. I can't remember the end, but I remember the end used to make this certain. Doo-doo-doo. Oi, Top Cat was good too. And I promise you, if you've lived any kind of a life on the other side of the crime fence and you haven't watched Top Cat since you were a child, go watch an episode of Top Cat and you guys will be 100% surprised. King of the Hill and American Dad, yeah, they were good too. You're right. Hey Arnold, that was good as well. I remember Hey Arnold used to have the football head. And Johnson and Friends, Wild Thornberries, Biffy's TC. Actually, so I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen it for many, many years since I was a kid. And I remember going around to my mate's house one day and I'm knocking on his door and he can't hear me, right? He's got his Bluetooth headphones on and he is piercing himself laughing. And I'm banging the door, like trying, nearly knocking this thing down because I know he's home and he's not answering it. Then when he finally come and answered it, I'm like, bro, what were you doing that was so funny? He's like, bro, have you seen Top Cat since you were a kid? And I'm like, no. And he's like, come in and watch this. He's like, you are gonna spin out. And yeah, it's actually quite funny. Oh, your old man loved banana splits. I do got a Top Cat hat on. I do, true. His was yellow, but no. He was yellow. It was like a maroon color. It was like this color. Like a purpley maroon colour. It was like that colour, his hat, I believe. Purple, yep. Yeah, well, I didn't know what the colour is. That's why I said purpley maroon. But yeah, like that colour, like I said. Josie and the Pussycats, yeah. What about Samurai Pizza Cats? Remember that one? Who do you call when you want some pepperoni? Samurai Pizza Cats. The Puss in Boots movie was a crack up, 100%. Even in the Shrek movie, when they've got Puss in Boots and they do like the cops parody, and Puss in Boots is running away from the cops, and then the cops grab the bag of like white substance out of his pocket, and he says, "It's catnip. I promise, it's catnip." Oi, Tex, you bloody legend. How'd you go today? Astro Boy gave me the shits. No, I used to love Astro Boy, but do you know what my very favourite cartoon was as a child? And no one has said this yet. Two cartoons that were very big for me as a kid. And that was Felix the Cat. Felix the Cat was one of them. I love Felix the Cat still. And Woody Woodpecker. Felix the Cat and Woody Woodpecker. How'd you go, Tex? Did you burn some rubber today? There's a show I've been watching. Dumbly topics. Surrender, one cop versus 20 criminals debate. Oh yeah. I love Cities of Gold and Ulysses. Nah. I can't remember the cartoon. It made me think of this. But remember, and it was called, and they had like this little character called Kabubi. It was like a genie in a hat or something. He-Man and She-Ra, yeah, I love that too. That was the best. And then remember when Dolph Lundgren played He-Man in like the He-Man movie? That was next level when I was a kid. I remember when that came out, it was like, whoa, it's a real He-Man. Cities of Gold, and they flew around in a gold solar-powered Condor plane in the Amazon. How funny is it? Like, I love these nostalgic lives. I love it. It's really good going down memory lane. Oh, damn, someone said one. The Smurfs used to be on before school, 100%. The Smurfs was good. Gargamel. Gargamel. We grew up in the best days. We did. 100%. And it depended on what channel you watched, was what cartoon you watched, because like Agro's Cartoon Connection would have a certain like lot of cartoons that they would play every day, and then the other cartoon channel would have the certain cartoons they would play, but you knew the time, so you'd be like Agro's Cartoon Connection until this cartoon comes on, and then you'd switch channel and watch that one. But you knew back in the day when they had TV Week, and you'd go through the TV Week and you'd be like, right, you know? Fucking Gumby. Gumby was good too. What was Gumby and they still have TV Week? No way. I remember I remember it used to be very big for the older ladies when I was younger. Like it was very, very common to be like, you would walk into your mate's joint and their mum would be sitting there on the fuck, I just had the name of it. That's Life. The mums used to love the That's Life magazine, I remember. As a matter of fact, my mum was in That's Life magazine. Yep. it's I'm LL Cool J. Dick Dastardly and Muttley's Flying Machines. I can remember Muttley's Flying Machines. I remember the Jetsons. Can you remember the Jetsons? There's just so many. Rocco's Modern Life. LL Biff J. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yep. Bullwinkle. Darkwing Dark. I think I remember that. Oh, Pingu. Yeah, I remember Pingu. Yeah, they're just being face tattoos, brother, sister, whatever. Real monsters. Yep, I love that too. I can't remember the one. My favourite one was the one that had no head and he used to hold his eyes in his hands. That was my favourite one. Yeah, they don't represent any gang stuff. Nah, bro. Nah. We've still got some shooting to do. Filming, should I say? I need to in my head say that. Next thing you know, someone's running with that video to the cop shop. Powdered Toast Man. Nah, see, I don't remember that one. Inspector Gadget, I remember that. Woo. Go, Gadget, go. Yeah. Banana Man. When Eric eats a banana, he is Banana Man. Oh, shoot. Oh, Golden Books and the storybooks with cassette tapes. Oh, yeah, I remember them. Golden Books were massive too, but weren't they? They were massive, Nessie. I remember like Golden Books were like, yeah, and like some kids would have like, I remember like one of my mates had like his whole top of his cupboard was Golden Books. I was like, what the hell? They even make that many Golden Books? The Otway is already on evacuation orders? Oh, bullshit. What's it like up my way? Please don't say that name, but what's it like up my way? My sisters used to threaten to go to the last page, an old freak. Oh, true. Even cassette tapes, I think that like, have you guys seen what the Stranger Things little cassette tapes they've got at Macca's? Really? Nah, riders their techs. Otherwise, that's exactly where I would be. And that's exactly why I would have been there now. Turn the page when you hear the sound. Oh my God. Can you remember? I remember at school when they used to do it and you'd have those headphones, what you'd plug in to those fucking tables, what they used to have in the old school schools. And you'd all sit around and that would be playing and it'd be like exactly that. Turn the page when you hear the bell. Ding. Oh, oh yeah, sweet as. Sweet as. Thank you, brother. Little voice recorders that changed your voice. I don't really remember them as a kid. Like I remember like you get like your tape deck and stuff like that, and you could like it was like crazy trying to. This is what you'd do. You'd be like, all right, the next song that coming on, I've got to wait for this shit song to stop. As soon as it stops, if I press record, the next song is going to come on, and then bang, the DJ would come on with a fucking ad or something, and you'd be like, oh, you'd have to fucking delete that bit, go back, wait for the song to start again. My God, it was a nightmare trying to get the music you liked. These kids these days will never understand. They will never understand. This is how hard it is for kids to get their music today. Bang, and just press play, and look, I can hear it in my hand. Well, we didn't have that as a child. We used to have to do this. Stay up all night listening to the top 20 or the top 30, and then, you'd know exactly when the words stop, and then you'd know exactly when it stops. And then you'd press stop, and then you'd know. They'd be like, all right, next up will be this, and you'd be waiting with the record button. But those were good days. Oi, same. Oi, bro, I remember but Thursday nights. I don't know if what it was like in your state, but in my state, it was like Thursday night was the same. They used to play hip hop and they used to play metal, and it was one after the other. It was pretty good. They had Bad Jelly the Witch on record at kindergarten, and it would scare the shit out of me. Ever made a mixtape for your high school sweetheart? Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. That was what you used to do. Oi, Mick, you bloody legend. Gadoosh. First time I heard Iron Maiden was on Rage. Oh, well, there you go. You know what I loved about Rage? When when Rage stopped, or I don't even know if it did, but the last time I watched Rage, they still had the same intro as they had the very first time I watched Rage. And I loved that. Rage, 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 rage. Rage was so good. And it ran for like 12 hours. It did. The police used to give you a cassette tape when you were charged. This is true. This is true. I wonder what they're going to do soon, yeah? And it's going to be very soon. Pretty soon, they're going to give you a USB. When you get charged, you're going to get a USB, which is dangerous. And anyone, I don't even know much about technology, but to me, that's dangerous. They give you discs, yep. Now they just save it to the cloud, do they? Yeah, well, there you go. I haven't. The last time I got arrested was in 2024, and yeah, that was still discs. Cops will just email you. They will just update the chip in your neck. My Neuralink. Look, if this Neuralink is everything what they say it's going to be, like, hear me out here, right? If I can put a chip in my head and I can wake up tomorrow and say, oh, I want to be a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and just like download all of them files into my head, and then next thing you know, that would just be, I think that would be awesome. Why are you given tapes and CDs when you're arrested? So you've got to obviously find your own legal representation and stuff like that. But it's that's your evidence, right? So this is what happens. So when they make the tapes, they do, I think it's 4 tapes, right? So there's like one for you, one for the cops, one for the courts, and then I think one was like put away. I don't know. But I remember the old things when you were like getting arrested and fucking doing the interviews. They used to have 4 tape decks in them, and it would say A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Where are they? Oh yeah, how good. You know what I love? I love the old. I used to love. They'd be like, you'd be like just saying no comment to every question, and they'd be like, "Are you going to continue to say no comment throughout this interview?" You'd be like, "No comment." There is a channel on YouTube that has police body cam stuff on it. I seen it. I seen that the other day actually. I think that's exactly what it's called, Body Cam Oz. Yeah, I seen that just the other day. I went down to fucking Camp Sovereignty. Got myself fucking treated full Victoria hat. Tex. And she gave me heaps of fucking free shit when I bought the hat. Fucking key rings, stickers, fucking croc pins, fucking lapel pins. A friend in South Bank found in an alleyway. Oh yeah, I remember. What did I do with that? Who was watching before when I found the gold ring? What did I do with that? Here. Look at that. That was in the middle of Burke Street Mall. Hello? Hello? It's got a bit of weight in it, that too, actually. Yeah, that was a good score. Listen to how heavy this is. It's heavy as. It's actually quite heavy for its size. My pretty. I swear, it's so funny. Like yesterday, I found I was walking up, I think it was King Street, if I'm honest, and I seen this like sandwich bag on the ground, right? And it looked like drugs. And so I kind of beelined around it. And then when I walked past, I noticed that it was not drugs and it was guitar plectrums. Have a look at this. I swear, I find stuff all the time. Like, look at this. Look at these. Does anyone know who this is? I mean, that's a pretty personal. And then it says that on the back, right? That's just one. Then we've got this one that says PB instead of PS. And then we've got this one that says PS. This one that says PS. And it's got this guy on it. There's two of this guy and one of this guy. If you found a pick, it means you have to pick up a guitar. True. Does anyone know who they are? Is that Rick Ashley? Never gonna give you up. Never gonna get down. Never gonna turn around. But they were all in a Ziploc bag. So someone's actually collected them. I don't know. Although, because they haven't been used. Although this one, I think this one has. I think these two actually. These look like they might have had a bit of use. These ones. SOTD. You can get custom picks real cheap, so someone might have made them up for a laugh for someone. Oh yeah. They got rickrolled. True. But I'm that person, yeah. If I walk past something and I think it looks like something that shouldn't be on the ground, I'm checking what it is. I do not care what I look like. And so yesterday I was actually having a little chuckle to myself because people were watching me because I grabbed it and then like folded it up and then put it in my top pocket like this. And this older man and lady walked past me like full giving me tunnel daggers. Ask bush rangers before, right? So when we were walking up to the garden, I noticed this guy. I was like, oh, he's just staring at me like, and then I was like, he's actually following me when I'm walking. I kept looking back, and he was looking straight at me. I said, hey, bush rangers, who do you think that guy's looking at? And he was like full just tunnel fucking daggering us the whole way. I was like, you should do a collab with Misfit Minds. You know what? I actually rate them dudes. Funny as fuck. I watch them all the time, actually. I would love that, to be honest. I would do that in a heartbeat. To be honest, I don't know if they would, to be honest. Like, they just cracked over like 1.2 million subs, so why do you call it Invasion Day? I'm just calling it what people are calling it today. That's why I've got in the title Australia Day / Invasion Day, because you can't make everyone happy. It didn't matter if I had have just put Australia Day in the title. I would have had people saying it's Invasion Day. If I had have put Invasion Day in the fucking title, everyone would have said it's Australia Day. You can't win, trust me. So I literally had to do it like that so I could make all of the Nisei haters. Yeah. 100%. And like, do you know what I mean? You can't make everyone happy, and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter that I did do that. People are still going to come in and say what they want. You know what I mean? And I say to them, eat a dictionary. Yeah. Have a chew on that. Another day off for everyone in the country to do Aussie things. That's it. I had a friend who had mental health problems. He wanted to invent a machine and took me to Hallam Potty Hire. Oh my God, Hallam Potty Hire doesn't realise how close its name is to Harry Potter. Hallam Potter, I would actually fucking cash in on that. They've really missed a fucking big fucking gap in the market there. I need to contact the people at Helen Potty Hire and tell them that they need to call them Harry Potter Hire place. Sorry, so he could collect 2 gallons of human poo for the machine. Oh, damn. Bugger me. Oh, bullshit. No, fuck. I can't believe no one has said this yet, King Kong. That's what I remember we used to do. Triple J's Hottest 100. That's what we used to do. We used to have Triple J's Hottest 100 parties on Australia Day. Oh, it was. It was on over the weekend. Oh well, there you go. Yeah, it's been a long time though. If I'm honest, it's been a very long time since I've sat down and watched it. Ah, okay, okay, okay. See what I mean? Like, listen. I think everyone's got to draw a line somewhere. I hope you're not leaning towards someone saying it's racist because you're doing Triple J's hottest 100 on Australia Day. Like, I think, like, yeah, we've all got to be, yeah, I don't get it, man. Shit's going way too far these days. I went to the Summer Nats one year. It was hot. Damn. I had tickets for Summer Nats this year. WKD on PBS radio Thursday night with Wayne Fernandez was the best in the day. Who can remember? I can remember Pillow Talk. It used to be on Fox FM, I believe, and it was called Pillow Talk with Dr. Feelgood. Pillow Talk with Dr. Feelgood. I remember as a kid, I was pretty young, but I remember that I knew about it from my older brother and sister, and I remember, like, yeah, if ever, because I shared a room with my brother, and I would always fucking like try and tune it on when I was a kid and be like, I remember when it was Double J. True. Doug Mulray was funny, Triple M. Yeah, see, these are things that are all gone now. Like, no one, if you asked anybody that was under 35 years old, and I still think you'd be pushing it there, who Doug Mulray was, they wouldn't have a clue. And other things like the 12th Man, Richie Beno, um, just big Aussie names, they wouldn't have a clue. Is Double J still on one of the blank TV channels? You mean like Channel 31? Stan Zemanek on Beauty and the Beast. I think I remember the one you're talking about. It was a series, late 80s, early 90s, I think. And the guy had like really long blonde hair. Is that the one you're talking about? Did you get money back on the Summer Nats tickets, Biff, with the fires happening, or roll them over for next year? Um, I did not even know that you could roll them over. How many kids would know about Donald Bradman? 100%. And that's sad too. That guy's an Australian icon. None probably. Yeah, Slim Dusty. But here's the thing, right? I feel like Slim Dusty is that name that, like, when you're a young kid, you never heard a Slim Dusty song in your life, but you knew who Slim Dusty was. I feel like Slim Dusty is still that person. He's like the person who everyone knows. They might never have heard a Slim Dusty song, but they know who it is. I feel like that would still happen now. The internet killed nostalgia. I think you're right. Alan Jones should rot in jail. Kevin Bloody Wilson, that was good too, eh? Didn't he sing a song about a pub with no beer? He did. And he sang a song about he likes to have a drink with Duncan because Duncan's his mate. I love to have a beer with Duncan because Duncan's me mate. He also sang that other song that goes, looking forward, looking back. I've come a long way up the track. I've got a long way left to go. Making friends from what I know. Warney died the day after his jab. This is true. All good at Camp Sovereignty? Ah, good. I'm glad. Oi, because, like, it was the chillest fucking vibe there. It was so chill there. I bought that CD for my grandfather. Oh, there you go. They're probably the three most well-known Slim Dusty songs. That's why I know them. But yeah, I think that Slim Dusty was in the fucking CD rack when we were younger. All right, legends, I'm just going to go to the toilet. Give me a moment. Fuck, my hotel looks like a fucking bomb's hit it. Oopsies. All right, how are we going for time, legends? What is the time? I'm going to jump off in a minute. I've been on for 2.5 hours. I'm going to go get some dinner, actually. And seeing how I'm doing for time, I might go live later, but I might even just call it quits for the night. But if I'm going to go live, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, I've got a big day tomorrow as well. Anyone remember Malcolm Douglas? I do. I do remember Malcolm Douglas well. What's for dinner? I think, if I'm honest, I'm going to get a HSP. Yeah, I'm going to get a HSP. Bush Tucker Man, I remember that guy too. Con the Fruiterer. What's a HSP? So a HSP is what you get from like a kebab shop. And so a HSP stands for Halal Snack Pack. Probably going to get some hate for that, but I don't give a fuck. I fucking eat what I want. And yeah, so a HSP is a halal snack pack, which is this. It's chips and then whatever meat you want, whether it be chicken, lamb, or beef, or all three. And then you can have like cheese and garlic and stuff. They are amazing. They are absolutely amazing. Peter Russell Clark. I remember that. I remember that. Peter Russell Clark. No, I know, but I just because of today and because of like, you know what I mean? You can't even say I'm a proud Australian without being racist in 2026. So I'm just covering all bases beforehand. All right, legends, I am going to jump off. Thank you guys for today. It's been a big day. We've had, I don't know, I think 4 or 5 fucking 2 hour lives. So we've done pretty good today. I'm happy with the way it went. I'm a little bit shattered I didn't get to interview everyone. I really thought that it was going to go on for a lot longer than what it did. And but yeah, I'm really happy with the way it went. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Yeah, I covered some bloody miles today, I'll tell you. But all right, legends, I am going to jet. So much love, much respect, legends. But yeah, if I'm going to go live later, I'll let you guys know. Yeah. All right, guys. Much love, much respect. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's been a big day. Thank you so much for being there every step of the way, legends. You guys absolutely rock. So thank you so much. All right, much love, guys. We out. As always, don't do drugs and crime. You won't end up in prison. We out.